Hey, good morning, everyone. Just wanted to give you a small thought for the day as we're not able to meet together today due to the weather, and which is probably the better thing because of the cold, because of the snow, because of our population. So I just wanted to let you have a little bit of something to chew on for this week or for today as we get into the new year. Uh, as we're not going to have any kind of a bulletin, just as an update, there's going to for birthdays this week. We have my son Oliver, and then Aubrey and I have our anniversary this week. Those are some things that are on there. Other than that, there really wasn't anything specific that we needed to discuss for today. But in my article that I had for this week, it was all about the song in the songbook number 567 that says, "Restore my spirit." It's one of those songs that I really enjoy singing just about any time of the year. It just has an upbeat tempo, and I kind of like just what the words say. It has three verses that we'll discuss in our little talk today. But we're thinking about the idea of restore, revive, and renew, as those are good words to start off our new year. And so, as I was thinking about something to write about this week, then that was my thought in regards to that song. Though each of those words start off the verses for this particular song, as restore is the first one, and revive starts the second verse, renew starts the third verse. And so as we look into that, I want us to think about the idea: restore my spirit, Lord, I need restored. It speaks to me because there are often times in which I go through life, and I think we all do, in which we just need that restoration. We just need to kind of have that starting over. And a new year is exactly good for that. Our brotherhood was started after the restoration movement, as it was time to kind of start over from a new start in regards to the way people thought, the way people looked at religion, those kinds of things. And so it's awesome to know that I have the assurance that God is there. God is going to be with me to be able to help me to mentally plan for this year. And this song speaks to that in regards to being able to be restored for a new year. And then the second verse starts with, "Revive my fire, Lord, deep in my soul." And that speaks to me because there are a lot of times that I have an attitude of complacency, a time in which I may not want to really put in a lot of effort into something, but I know I have to, or maybe I'm just going through the motions in various areas of life. And we have that from time to time because we are human, we are weak, and we have issues in which we may not be fully committed to something. Maybe it's because we're mentally tired, or maybe we're physically tired, and we need to be able to just keep on for keeping on. And so we are able to have that revival within us. Many years ago, before I was born, they had what was called revivals, and where people would come together in churches and they would have big tent meetings. In some places, that's what they were called. And they would get together. It would be more than just a Sunday and a Wednesday. It would be like either all through the week or maybe a few days through the week, and you would be on fire for God. You would be all excited about it, as you would usually bring in an outside speaker, and they would get excited. And so as we start our new year, think about the revival. What areas that you need to be revived in? And may this song, speak to you. It may be something that is deep. Maybe on the surface you are doing fine, but you need to have that revival deep within you to be able to come out and to be on fire and get ready to go for 2022, and to be excited to do some things for God. And revival is that opportunity to have that flame just fanned, to be able to get excited, to be able to have that flame growing within you, to be able to do some awesome things for God this year. And the last one talks about, "Renew my courage, Lord. It needs restored." And it speaks to me because, as again, there's times in which I'm running low. Maybe my faith walk is a little bit lower. Maybe God hasn't been uh, speaking to me as well. Maybe he hasn't been, quote unquote, showing up as well as I would want him to. And I know that he is always there for me, but sometimes when we're in those low spots, we sometimes focus on self instead of focusing on faith within that. And so we kind of get a little bit down. We need to be able to have that renewed courage to be able to do the things that maybe we wouldn't normally do for God. That we maybe, because of our faith walk is a little bit slower, maybe we're shuffling in our faith walk, if you will, or maybe we're doing a little bit of stumbling. Or I remember when I was a teenager, and I would kick my heels as I would walk, as it was just a trend to wear high tops at that time. My dad used to hate that sound when he'd be like, pick up your feet. So sometimes maybe we're doing that kind of thing, that we're just kind of kicking our feet. We're not really walking as steadily as we need to, or not as quickly as we need to. And so we need to have that courage renewed. We need to have that our faith restored. We need to have it revived. And again, as we finish that last one, we need to have it renewed. We know that God is our creator. He knows us best. He knows how to fill us up. If we would turn to him, he would definitely do it. When we're focusing on our faith on ourselves, then we know that we're not going to have as much renewal as we need. But when we're allowing it to be on our creator and lean on him, he is going to be there. The great thing about having this Holy Spirit with us is to be able to know that it is always there with us, and he will help us. So even when we are struggling, when we turn to him, it may take a time or two to turn and to be able to kind of get those old self thoughts out of our head, to be able to allow the new self thoughts to be filling, depending on where we're at in our faith walk. But the idea of he can do it. He is the one who is going to be able to do it. And so renewal is an opportunity to be filled up for this year in 2022. And so as we just conclude those things, I want you to think about how I want you to challenge yourself to allow 2022 to be a time of being able to be restored, revived, and renewed as you go into the new year. Hey, again, I hope you have a great week. I hope you're able to stay warm. I don't think we're going to be having a whole lot of snow, but it's a very cold time, so stay warm this weekend. Enjoy some time with in your house, maybe if you're able to spend it with family. But again, I hope this is able to encourage you as you enter into this new year, into 2022. God bless, and have a great week.